So I think next topic, which is, we're sort of compliment sandwich, this sort of a negative one. We've got a really good one now. This is not really news. John Wick 4 has got great reactions. I mean, a John Wick movie's good.
I saw your video earlier.
And pigs fly. Like, of course, this is great though. Like, it's so good. It's news, but it's not news because no one's expecting this to be bad. And if you are, you're high and you haven't watched any of the others. So,
yeah, I was telling Paulie earlier. I watched Joe Rogan went out to Terran Tactical where he trained at, and Joe Rogan got to shoot some of the new guns that John Wick is using in this fourth movie. And me being a gun guy, like I can't wait to see this film. Like I will be going opening weekend to see this.
Yeah, likewise.
And I haven't been to the theater in a while. Honestly, I couldn't even. I think the last movie I actually saw in the theater was Spider-Man: No Way Home.
You need to.
That's how long it's been since I've been to a theater.
You need to get around to more movies. There are some good ones out there. There are some good ones out there. So let's get to some of these, right? So I really like John Wick 4. Amazing to remember that big franchise blockbusters can look like this. Brackets good. I love that because it's very much just like what's happened to big budget, big franchise blockbusters. They just look awful at this point in time. Dan Louston, You Have My Heart, My Sword, My Whatever. Didn't feel too long because it's got a 3-hour runtime. You can ignore the law, who cares? There is one thing that I hated because it's dumb. It doesn't allude to anything else. John Wick is effing awesome. Literally had to pick my jaw off the ground from some of the insane inventive set pieces. You're not prepared for what Keanu does with the Dragon's Breath shotgun. Also, Donnie Yen brought his A game. Can't wait to see it again. Not really. No one really talks about Hiroyuki Sanada. A load of people praise Donnie Yen because he's kind of like he's like a hot topic. Donnie Yen's a hot topic. Hiroyuki Sanada is very underrated. It's this chap here. I can't wait to see him. But this individual, Rena, actually gets a lot of praise, which she's a singer turned actress, if I remember rightly. So I'm really intrigued to see how she comes out in this. Brawny, bold, badass, John Wick 4 brilliantly balances vested stakes with an absolutely spectacular high-octane thrill ride, a soaring, searing, scorching chapter in the saga. The wildest time you'll have at the movies this year. I can believe all of this. The thing about this is to believe this, you just have to have watched the other films and go, oh yeah, that sounds about right. There's nothing here which flags my shildar. I'm not thinking anyone's shilling here. I'm just like, yeah, no, I can believe all of this. Believe absolutely all of this. Rina Sawayama is her name, and she looks good in the trailer. We see a performance of action movements.
Well, I'm waiting for you to
Scott Adkins.
I'm just saying German guy. I'm waiting for you to talk about the other martial artists in this film.
Well, I don't know many others. Scott Adkins, I'm looking forward to. I watched his video on his own YouTube channel about this. He plays like the German leader of the high table. There's like different geographical leaders of it, and he plays that leader. Kind of. That's what I sort of understood from his video.
It's like the German kingpin or something.
Yeah, but I can't. Super cool. Super cool. Well, I mean, you talk about some of the other.
I do. Yeah. So I just put a video up on Marco Zaror, who's a Chilean martial artist. Him and Scott Adkins they're in tons of action martial arts films, but they did one called Undisputed 3, where they fight each other. It was so good. Marco's a beast, and there is a video you'd appreciate. And I did a kind of a play-by-play where in John Wick 4, Marco and another choreographer talk about the fight sequence with him and Keanu, and the camera work. Oh, Jesus, man! I mean, this is so exciting because what 8711 and Chad have done is they have created this house, this warehouse, this literal factory of top of the line martial artists, stuntmen who have worked on all their films. And what they've also done is brought along maybe martial artists from different film industries that you wouldn't have heard of, and they put them in their films. Great example is Mark Dacascos from
he
was
he's so good.
He's so good.
He's so good. He needs to be in many more things. He's so good.
Yeah.
I really
well,
like
the thing
him.
is, they're just very low budget. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I say he needs to be, I mean like he needs
Yeah.
the praise he deserves. He needs the critical,
Sure.
wide-reaching praise.
And I had an old buddy comment on the video because he's still with 87. He's like, we teach all these guys jiu-jitsu, judo. I mean, Chad himself is a judo black belt. So these are black belt martial artists, filmmakers doing these films, from Atomic Blonde to John Wick, and bringing their friends along. What's his name? Daniel Bernhardt. He was amazing. He's been in the Matrix. He was in one of the John Wicks. But Marco Zaror, I'm really excited. I'm actually trying to get him on the show, and if I get him, I'll let you know. But what a talent, man! All these guys, Haruyuki. It's such a pleasure, because especially if you followed martial arts on any level, as far as just martial arts films, these guys have been doing these films, the kind of like B-level movies, but A-level martial arts for decades.
So
this is
nice. It's nice to see it reach the mainstream on such a level. They've always been mainstream, but it's on such a level. Like, I think there's not been something like this which has become a bit of a cultural phenomenon since The Matrix, which involves such high levels of martial arts. Like, not from the Western world anyway. I think that's probably accurate, unless you can think of another one which has reached, and permeated pop culture the way John Wick has.
I mean, Western. There's always going to be, early on what Bruce Lee did, and then.
Oh no, I'm talking about since The Matrix.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that part. Since Matrix,
right, okay. Sorry.
Crouching Tiger and
not Western World, is it?
Yeah, you're right.
Western Studios, was it?
You're right. You're absolutely right. Kill Bills.
Yeah, I was just thinking, getting ready to say Kill Bill.
Kill Bills.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Kill Bill.
But Tarantino, that's Tim ripping off the East, which he acknowledges.
But that was his sort of homage, wasn't it? His sort of love letter.
Would Rush Hour count?
Maybe ish.
No, it would count as far as bringing Jackie Chan to Western audiences.
I can't wait for this. I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. I think this is going to be absolutely brilliant. I mean, I'm there opening weekend.
Someone said The Raid, and the Raid is considered one of the greatest martial arts movies, period. But it's not. I don't think it's Western. A Western audience. Yeah.
Tom Working joins in the conversation, sending in great super chats. Thank you so much. Says John Wick, Matrix. Interesting how Reeves has connected to projects that become the thing to imitate for films to come. Yeah, you are right.
I mean,
he knows how to choose good films. He really does, except for Matrix Resurrections, but.
There were so many films that you can even say.
Wasn't he in a contract to do Resurrection though?
Probably, to a degree.
What was it? Evolution? What was that? With Kate Winslet?
I don't know.
What was the one where he was being held hostage by the two psycho girls?
Real fast. Real fast. I just want to go to Tom's, chat, super chat. Matrix was so influential. You're right, because like there was the one, and then there was Evolution.
Equilibrium released as well.
They just ripped off the Matrix, and we ate it up. People were watching that crap.
Yeah, no, you're completely right there, Tom. Absolutely.